going to now go across to Deepak Shenoy. Poonam, hang in there, I'm sure you also have questions for Deepak Shenoy. Hi Deepak, good afternoon. This is Nayantara. What's happened in the last few minutes? I was just discussing with Poonam that we don't know what the trigger is. The market still don't know the trigger, but look at the panic selling you're seeing in NBFCs, particularly the housing finance companies, and that's having a domino effect. Have you been able to figure out the trigger?
Not yet. In fact, we're trying to look for what's happening. There doesn't seem to be any pressure in the bond market yet. I'm looking at the commercial paper market. There doesn't seem to be any undue pressure over there. Even on the dollar, we seem to have recovered. Of course, it's gone up a little bit now to 72.28, but that's also okay. The 10-year yield on the government securities market's okay. So it doesn't seem to be coming in through the bond market yet. I think right now there's a lot of speculation about what's going on. We'll probably know a little bit after the news, but I would not at this point either panic sell or panic buy. There is more to this. We'll get to know after some time, but I don't think it's worthwhile to panic on either side right now. Let's wait for there's probably a lot of selling, and we don't know what's causing that selling. So let's wait a little bit and see. I don't have any news, and at this point, I think you probably know more about it than I do.
Right. In fact, Mr. Shenoy, we're just trying to find out that exactly the same more clarity in terms of the bond market, and probably we should also get a bond market participant also soon on air. Some section of the experts in the bond market do say that there is some amount of pressure, still getting some clarity out there. But do you think that there is also a possibility that we do see that there is some big sell-off or some big investor also selling off in NBFCs and HFCs? Could that also be one of the reasons?
That is the reason. We just don't know why he's selling, or what's the reason behind the massive selling. We've seen DHFL go down 50%. Now, typically, someone who wants to sell will not destroy price so much. This is like sell at any cost, and we don't know why that fund is selling it. Let's hope that it is forced selling because they have a redemption or something like that, which would be a temporary problem. But if there are fundamental reasons behind it, we will probably find out quite soon. There is only one major issue in the debt markets right now, which is the ILFS default. However, I don't think that is such a big thing that it should impact all NBFCs at this level, and now a lot of banks as well. I think there's a bit of panic in the market in terms of somebody selling at any cost. However, I would say, as investors, we can't just panic because somebody else is panicking. Let's just take a look a little more, try and find out. I don't have an answer yet, but I think the better thing would be to just wait to understand why.
Deepak, as we were talking, we've even lost 11,000 on our screens. Deepak, it's gone below 11,000. You're saying there is no reaction on the bond market at the moment, and the big question is that where is all of this money going?
Yes, it is. It is actually been moving out, and I think from the time I started this call, the market's down another %. So there is definitely, I think, massive selling in the market. So at this point, there is somebody who's been placing large sell orders, and this is now across the board. It seems like literally everything is falling. So we should consider that this may end up being one of those really big panic days. We'll probably, at some point in the market, we've not had a lot of volatility in the recent past. We've seen this happen a lot in 2007, 2008 also, where there have been panic sell days, and typically they end up being, good times to buy, except if there's a crisis like 2008 Lehman or 2008 January. I don't see any of those crises immediately happening or being visible on the platform. So let's wait to see if there is actually something deeper than this. But otherwise, this presents itself to be an opportunity to perhaps pick at some stocks which probably have been out of our reach for a really, really long time.